Hello viewers and welcome to Update on Update, in which I will be talking in details about rulebooks, supplements, and their latest erratas, most probably from Lancer. In this episode, I will be talking about changes in the current print version of Lancer Core Rulebook against the pre-release version. The reason why it took me 2 months after its release to make this video is, well, because there's a lot of erratas need to make from the earlier version to fix it, and there's also no change logs, so even I don't know what exactly got changed until the Lancer fandom straight up went fuck it and made it themselves. Credit to Neverender, V2 Blast, and everyone else that contributed to that change logs. Do bear in mind that I might still end up missing some changes, and this video is generally for people that wants to catch up on previous version of Lancer, so if anyone is watching my older series of video and wonder why some parts are different, just watch this video. Anyway, let's get started. First thing you gonna notice is, well, the rulebook looks way better now, with more art, better style, and highlights to make you focus on important stuff more easily, but we aren't here to talk about that, we are here to talk about the changes, specifically, the changes in Mech Combat first. So, your regular move is now called standard move, and literally any movement action such as boost can now be split apart to conduct another action, like say, your mech has 6 speed, so you can move 3, skirmish, and then move 3 more to get back to cover. Also, both move and boost are clarified to require to move your character at least 1 space for it to count. Jumping is also a lot weaker now. You can either jump horizontally at half speed to avoid obstruction at ground level such as pits or gaps, or jump vertically as high as your size and move 1 space in any direction. In short, it's a lot harder to avoid mines and traps now. Also, you straight up fall at the end of your movement instead of at the end of the turn, so you won't get stuck in mid-air like a goddamn Looney Tune. Character that can fly can teleport in mid-air, and vice versa. And they finally specify that any range increase systems or whatever only really affects range and not any of the firing patterns. Line of sight also gets specifically clarified to require a clear line of effect too, as you can't exactly shoot an enemy you can see via a drone if they are behind a goddamn wall, unless you got arcing or seeking, in which cases go nuts. Action resolution is a rather hot topic as people often get confused about the order of things. Don't worry, it gets solved right here. Basically, other characters' effect happen first in a character's turn, but otherwise, if you got 2 effects that are going to happen at the same time, like say, at the end of your turn, you can make whichever happens first however you want. If you still can't figure it out, ask the GM, don't blame me if the GM makes it worse for you. Ram, you are no longer capable of ramming character larger than you, unless you got mech or systems that let you capable of doing that. This obviously gives larger character more advantages for their size, which they kinda need, and prevent people from breaking grappling just by ramming everyone. Improvised Attack now actually has range, but it's super short. Burn damage is no longer affected by exposed status at all, so it's no longer instant death for anyone that got set on fire. Pilot now has a reload action that takes a quick action to reload any loading pilot weapon you have, and during Overwatch as a pilot, you use the pilot exclusive fight action to do so. And finally, on overheating check, reactor meltdown now cause your mech to explode after 1d6 of your turn instead of any turn. That's all for Mech Combat. Next up, talents. Armsman got name changed to Walking Armory. Brutal, rank 1, Predator, now accept any natural 20 roll and critical hit, letting you do more damage on crit. Rank 3, Relentless, now stacks accuracy if you keep missing. Crack Shot, rank 2, 0 in, now give you +1 difficulty instead of taking your accuracy away, allowing you to use this at 0 accuracy. Duelist, rank 1, Man at Arms, now renamed as Partisan. Drone Commander, rank 2, Energized Swarm, now deal 1d6 damage and allow no save for half. Rank 3, Invigorate, no longer bounce off hostile character, they instead get zapped for 2 energy damage for standing in the beam, and allied characters now get Overshield 4 instead. Grease Monkey, rank 1, Unsanctioned Capacity Upgrade, now works on all limited weapons and systems. Rank 2, Machine Bond, no longer works on self-inflicted conditions. Heavy Gunner no longer use Overwatch and has its own reaction. Hunter, rank 1, Lunge, no longer mention the end space you have to be on so you can totally shank flying character. Rank 3, Disdainful Blade, can't deal bonus damage. Juggernaut, rank 2, Kinetic Mass Transfer, is now a once per round thing. Infiltrator is basically an entirely new thing now. Rank 1, Prowl, during your turn, you can hide in plain sight of enemy, pass freely but not end turn in enemy space, and being seen by hostile or breaking cover will not stop you from being hidden at all. These effects end at the end of your turn, so you still need to get back in cover. Rank 2, Ambush. When you start your turn hidden, your first attack of any type forced your target to make a hull save on hit, or they will become slowed, impaired, and unable to make any reaction until the end of their next turn. Rank 3, Mastermind. When you lose hidden by any means possible, you can immediately flash a nearby character with Flash Bomb, forcing them to pass a system save or only able to see nearby space until the end of their next turn. Meanwhile, you ninja vanish and move up to your speed in any direction, ignoring engagement and reaction, and then are revealed normally. This is way more flexible than the previous Infiltrator talent, and something I might actually use just for shenanigans. Nuclear Cavalier, Rank 1, Aggressive Heat Bleed. Now deal additional heat on first attack, not first hit. Same goes for Rank 2, Fusion Hemorrhage, which also turns all your damage into energy damage. Rank 3, Fuel Rod Gun, got reduced to range 3 and count as cooling. Siege Specialist, Rank 2, Impact, now knock people back 1 space instead of 2. Spotter, Rank 2, Panopticon, now only works with lock-on action and if you don't move at all. Stormbringer, Rank 2, GMSMM is renamed to Stormbending, is also no longer a free action and triggers on hit now, so you can use it as part of an Overwatch. Both Lightning and Thunder now shoot missiles straight at the target you have shot at, with Thunder now affecting everyone in burst 2 around the target instead. Technophile, you can now choose to not install your NHP waifu, sometimes, or forever. And finally, a short section on gears and systems. Looking at weapon tags, only one got changed. Overkill, now trigger on any damage dice that rolled a 1 instead, so you basically get double the chance to roll dice with critical hit now. Overshield, now exists, you can read the book on rules about it. Drone now has a base health of 5 instead of 10, making Hydra players slightly sad, but let's be real, 20 health per drone is a fuck ton of damage sponge. Mine now activates at the end of deploying character's turn instead of the start of next turn.
Okay.
But there's a catch. All mines within a character's sensor range can now be detected all at once with a quick action and successful system checks. X per round tag is now explicitly between the start of a character turn and the next start rather than the start of each round. NHP now cascade instead of unshackling, kinda the same thing really. And that's it for part 1 of Update on Lancer Core Rulebook, since the mech section is frankly rather extensive. Anyway, that's all for now and I will see you all next time.